I've used the K20 Pro for about a month now, have my main SIM in there for a couple of weeks, long enough to give my verdict. What the differences that I've found: firstly, the differences between iOS and Android now are fewer and fewer. It really is an almost seamless experience between the two. Anyway, for the apps that I use, they are all in-app, so they don't rely on a lot of Apple services in particular, or Xiaomi services, or Google services. I don't really care about iOS versus Android, or Xiaomi versus Apple, or Samsung. I just care about using a phone that works and is good value. And the K20 Pro really has been that for me. I've really enjoyed using it. There's a couple of things that I had to get used to. For example, calendar, the keyboard. The keyboard was a different size, but I'm used to these things anyway. I don't exclusively just use one phone and another phone. I use a lot of phones, so these things aren't really a big deal for me personally. Two of the main things that I think are slightly lacking when compared to the iPhone. The first one is audio. You only get a mono speaker at the bottom there. The iPhone has stereo speakers. It has that front-facing speaker in the notch. Now, you have to put up with a big notch, but you do just get a much better experience with audio. Even if you block the bottom speaker, which I do a lot, if it's resting on my chest when I look at it, or if I'm playing games, I do cover it up a lot. And I know you can just reverse the way that you hold the phone, but you cover it up with the other hand anyway. Having that speaker on the front there just definitely gives a better experience overall. Also in the camera department, I've actually liked it more in some ways, and in other ways I preferred the iPhone. The video is just lacking a little bit compared to the iPhone. I know it's very subjective whether you like color science or anything like that, but for me, the way that the videos are exposed and stabilized and the way they look on the iPhone is really pleasing to my eye, and I've not found any Android phone that comes close to it. Having said that, for photo, I've really preferred almost the Redmi. I just think you get this really cool look from a lot of Android phones that looks really good on social media, and when you look at the pictures on the screen, they look really poppy, they look really clear and crisp, they're exposed really well, they use really heavy HDR. It just looks really good. It's a different look than you get on iPhones. So for video, definitely, I think the iPhone is one of the best, if not the best, at taking video. But for photos, for sure, the K20 Pro has impressed. I've liked having an ultra-wide camera, which you don't get on modern iPhones. The new one will have it. So I've liked the camera for photo, but definitely I've missed the iPhone's video capabilities. So how about things that I've really not missed about an iPhone, and I don't think anyone else would miss either? First one is Face ID. I've never been a fan of it. It's slow and it's cumbersome, and I want the option to unlock it with a fingerprint. Whether that's under the screen or on the side or whatever. I just don't really like Face ID, never have and probably never will. So having the under-screen fingerprint sensor has been really great, really quick, really convenient. Also, the battery life on this thing has been amazing, incredible. It doesn't have wireless charging, but for this price, you forgive it that. There haven't been many occasions where I've wanted to put it on a wireless charger, charge it overnight, you get plenty of battery. If you have battery to last all day, then wireless charging really isn't needed anyway. So it's been great. Battery life has been great, definitely better than the 2-year-old iPhone. I've not missed the notch either. Having a full screen display has been really great. I just found myself looking at the screen saying, oh, this is a great screen, just because it's totally and utterly bezel-less. That's been really great, but not having stereo speakers, that's the downside of it. Really, really specifically to me, the way I use phones, because I live in China, we don't use cash. At least in Shenzhen, I haven't seen cash in years. We all use either Alipay or WeChat to pay for things. So really specifically for me, when I have to pay for things, I have to get my phone out. You unlock the phone using the fingerprint sensor. You just hold down your thumb after the phone unlocks where you've pressed the screen, and it comes up with a shortcut to the pay option. You can either scan the barcode, which you would scan to pay, or you can bring up your own QR code if they need to scan yours. So that's like a really useful feature of the phone, specifically for the way I use it. It just makes life so much easier when you're at the checkout, got people behind you, just press the phone, keep it pressed down, and you can just scan it straight away. I don't know if that works on the international versions though. If you do have an international version, the K20 is called the Mi 9T abroad, so does it work for you as well? Send me a comment, let me know. Other than that, daily usage of any device that you buy in 2019 is going to be so similar, whether it's $1,000 iPhone, whether it's this, which is what, $350 US, the Chinese price is 2,500 RMB, or not even the Pro variant. If you just get the Mi 9T, which is called the Redmi K20 in China, daily usage, going through your apps, going through WhatsApp or Line or any messaging app or Facebook or Instagram, it's going to be pretty much the same across any phone that you buy in 2019. What does differ is the quality of the cameras, slight quality of the screen, and obviously if you're really into gaming, you will want a high-powered chipset. But daily usage between an iPhone and this phone has been comparable. Main takeaway, you don't have to spend $800-900 to get a good phone. You can spend a third of that and get a good phone.
4, 3, 2,